The Mario Kart World Direct just got done streaming a little while ago, and I wanted to go over all of the general things that I noticed in this Direct. Basically, all of the new modes or new features. I just wanted to go through all of that, but real quickly, if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate if you would subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers right now, so clicking the subscribe button would really help me. So I'm just going to be going over all of the new things that I noticed, because there's a lot that we noticed that was in the trailer or the Nintendo Treehouse streams. You know, this Direct had a lot of stuff that we already knew about the game. So firstly, I'm going to go over the new items. So firstly, we had the coin shell. This is basically a shell you throw, and it leaves coins behind as it dashes across the track. I hope this isn't like too spammy of an item where it's just gets annoying. It could be useful, but you know, it really gets your opponents involved, and is it like an item worth using? I don't know. They also brought back the Mega Mushroom. I'm pretty sure this was in Mario Kart Wii. Basically, you grow bigger and you can flatten your opponents, so it basically stops them or slows them for a moment, and it helps you get ahead. Not sure how I feel about this one. I really hope that custom items from 8 Deluxe returns to Mario Kart World, because some of these new items I'm not crazy about. We've also got the hammer, which essentially allows you to turn into a hammer bro. Or not actually turning into one, but you can throw hammers at your opponents. So this kind of reminds me of the boomerang from 8 Deluxe, but it allows you to more violently throw something at your opponents, and you can keep doing it for, I'm not sure how long, but it's probably a little longer than like if you just have like 3 shells. You know how they have the triple shells or triple bananas. I'd imagine you can keep spamming it like the gold mushroom. You can keep spamming when you want to boost. I'm curious how this will work. There's also the feather, which allows you to hop. This was an 8 Deluxe Battle Mode exclusive. I'm not sure why they're bringing this to the main races. It's kind of a useless item in a lot of ways. I'm not sure how they'll implement it for the racing mode, because it doesn't seem like a very useful item. Finally, there's the Kamek item, which this turns your opponents into what looked like charging chucks in the trailer, but I'm not sure if this varies every time what your opponents change into. I'm not even sure the consequences of this item. It's a very interesting item. It's one that I wouldn't hate the idea of turning off, but you know, maybe it'll work. I don't know, these new items just don't seem that attractive to me. So next there was the Yoshi's Diner, which this essentially allows you to go through a drive-thru, and these are along the road randomly, and you get a certain food item that you can eat, and then you transform into a different costume of that character. So like, I think they said you'll turn into a samurai if you have sushi, or you know, there are different costumes that kind of correlate with these foods. This is kind of reminding me of Mario Kart Tour, not the transforming part, but the costumes. I really don't think we need it. I'm not like too excited about this because I don't think it's gonna be very useful. Sure, it's cosmetic, but this also proves something that a lot of people were noticing in the demo of Mario Kart World at the Switch 2 experience, which you could essentially select the costumes from the character select screen, but they weren't integrated into that same character, so they just spam them on to the character select screen, and I hope that won't look too bad, because you know, it's gonna make it too crowded. There's gonna be too many characters on this select screen, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. There are a lot of things about this game that just don't make too much sense to me that they're doing. There are also, it looked like there were 2 new tricks that you could do on the road. One of them could be useful, but one of them I'm just not sure why they feel like they need to add it. So we have firstly the charge jump, So this basically allows you to jump boost, if you know what jump boosting is like in the newer Mario Kart games. It allows you to jump boost, but you charge it, and you don't have to do it off a ramp. You can just do it on a flat road, and you're essentially saving up a boost, and then you can, jump, and it gives you a little speed boost. Interesting idea. I'm not sure how often you can do these. There's a lot that we're not quite sure how they work, and I'm curious if you could like spam these the entire race. I don't know. But then there's also this rewind feature that allows you to redo a move. So like, let's say I missed something that I wanted to do, I can rewind and go back and try again. But I don't think I'm going to be using this because your opponents still keep going forward during the time that you're rewinding, so you could be stuck in last place or even far behind in last place because you rewinded. And I mean, is it really worth it to get that one trick? I don't know how many secrets that this game has to offer that really could put you ahead, but I can't see this feature being used a lot at all. So thankfully, we got confirmation that 2 modes are returning that we just weren't sure until the direct aired. So the first one is versus mode. So this basically allows you, to customize everything in your race rather than just like doing a Grand Prix where the rules are preset based on the CC you're going. This actually allows you to customize everything. What I like about it is this game wants you to drive from track to track to track, which could be nice, but if you want to like experience the courses in their entirety, you want to do 3 laps around all of them. So this allows you to do that traditional 3 laps around each course like in previous Mario Kart games. So, you can still select that and embrace every course, which is really nice. I'm glad that they still remembered that people liked that, because, the new gimmick of driving 2 courses could be nice, but if you want to embrace a certain course, then, you gotta do 3 laps, and you just can't strategize if you're always driving from course to course, and you have these long straightaways that could be boring. So I'm really glad that they're implementing it like this. You can also have up to 4 teams in versus races versus the 2 in past games. So if you have like a bunch of friends over and you want to have them on separate teams, you can have up to 4 teams, but you can also do 3 or 2. It's very customizable and I like it. Now they're also bringing back battle mode, which we didn't have confirmation that this would come back. And, Mario Kart just wouldn't be Mario Kart without battle mode. So I'm very thankful that this is confirmed to be returning. But it looks like that we had to sacrifice a few modes such as Renegade Roundup and Shine Thief. Only Balloon Battle and Coin Runners are confirmed to be returning. Now, I did notice one returning battle course, and that was Big Donut. All the other ones look like they're brand new. I'm not sure how many returning battle courses there will be, but it looked like they showed off at least 3 or 4 courses, including Big Donut. Hopefully there are more. So that's about all that I noticed from the Mario Kart World Direct. If you noticed anything else that I didn't go over, I would really appreciate it if you would tell me in the comments. I just wanted to make a general analysis and get that on YouTube. I would also really appreciate, like I said before, if you would like the video and subscribe. It really helps me. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.